IHazADream, and today we're going to be discussing tools of the beard. It's just going to be a quick rundown of the tools that I use personally. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to use the same ones, but I'm going to be categorizing them in three categories. First one going to be mandatory, things I think you should probably really strongly use and I think are mandatory. The second ones are going to be the optionals, which are things that I recommend but are not necessary. And then the third one is going to be my throw-ins, or the things that I just think are cool and I use personally. And if you like them, you could use them too. So let's get started. Alright, so the first one I'm going to be talking about is obviously the most important thing in this journey, and that is Minoxidil. And I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory why this is the most important thing. This is the essence of our beards. This is everything that's making our beards grow. This is the only scientific thing that the FDA approves for hair growth, although it's not necessarily supposed to be used for beards, it's supposed to be used for your scalp. But that's the only thing that's going to really make it grow. I know a lot of people ask, does Dermaroller by itself help? Does oils by itself help? And the answer is no. Scientifically, there is no proof that those two things work alone, but Minoxidil does. Speaking of Dermarolling, a Dermaroller, also on the mandatory list, mainly because of the fact that Minoxidil actually inhibits your collagen synthesis, and this is going to revamp that. So this has little tiny needles in it, and you're actually tricking your brain into thinking that you're causing damage to your face, and is going to pump your face full of collagen, which is not only going to help with the follicular growth, but it's also going to help you gain in those areas that you have sparse hair in, right? It's going to cause more follicles to emerge there. It doesn't cause hair regrowth, but it does supplement, which is a really good thing. So that's probably the end of what I'm going to be considering the mandatory category. So let's get into the optionals. So first up on my optional list is going to be the most important, or third most important thing in my opinion, which is a moisturizer. I know a lot of you love Nivea Soft. Personally, I use it. I have 6 packs, but I absolutely hate it. Mainly because of the fact that it doesn't do anything for me moisturizer wise. It just didn't do anything for my skin personally, although I'm sure it works great for other people's skin. I tend to have thicker skin, needs a lot more moisturizer, so I actually switched over to Jojoba Oil. This is actually cold pressed, 100% organic jojoba oil, and it does wonders for me. The oil is actually the closest thing we have to natural human oil or sebum oil that your skin produces, and the chemical formula is pretty much the same as the ones that are found in the human oil, so that's the reason why it works so well. Personally, I recommend using that. If not, just use your regular lotion. I know a lot of people go crazy over DHT inhibitors, but there have been a lot of people that have still had gains even though they use regular lotion. So if you don't have either of these, the Nivea Soft or Hobo Oil, accessible to you, it's not that big of a deal. It obviously, DHT blockers stunts your growth or whatever, but you know what? You're still going to grow it. It's not going to be like the main factor preventing that. Number 2, a multivitamin. I use one daily. You could use any brand you want. Obviously, you get everything you need from eating, but if you tend to skip meals sometimes, or you don't think that you're getting all the vitamins you need, highly recommended, not just for beard growth, but this is just for health in general. You need to get all your vitamins daily, especially if you want good hair and a good lifestyle and a good body. Biotin. A lot of studies going into this. Nothing actually proves that it does cause your hair to grow anywhere on your body, but it has been proven to make your hair healthier. It has been proven to make your hair stronger. So doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get more hair, but it means that it's going to stay in longer. And that won't prevent your natural shedding. Natural shedding is going to happen regardless. This is just more of a supplemental to make sure that when you're like touching your beard all day and stuff, that's not going to fall out. Highly recommended. Now let's start in the throw-in group that I was talking about, and these are going to actually be pretty interesting because I actually just got them in the mail today, which is what things that you saw me laying out in the front in this intro video, and I'm going to be going into them right now. So my throw-in is actually going to be something I've covered before. It's the beard brush combo set that I was talking to you guys about before in my beard brush video, and I chose to opt into getting the unique one just because I like to collect things, and this was a cool piece. So the first thing I want to show you in this set, this is actually the first time I'm opening this up, and the reason I chose to get it is they said that every piece is unique. So it's made out of buffalo horn, which is actually really cool. Like, this pattern is unique to my brush. No one will ever get this pattern again, and this is actually pure buffalo hair, and this actually feels really soft. But if you could see, there's dust coming out of it, which is, I guess, how you know that it's real buffalo brush, I guess. But anyway, so the reason that this is actually made of keratin, the buffalo horn, and so is the hair, so it's supposedly really smooth for your face. So I'm going to try that out right now. It feels like a light scratch, but it's not uncomfortable. It feels pretty nice actually, and it feels like I can feel it straightening out the hairs and detangling them. So it definitely works. Pretty cool piece if you guys are interested in it. I just opened this right now. Buffalo horn comb, and check this out. Boom. How cool is that? This is also one of a kind. Like I said, I just like collecting unique things, so why not? My hair isn't long enough to use this, but I'll probably just use it for the hair on my head. Boom. Beard oil. I don't need this right now because I still have my Hobo Oil, but in the future I'm definitely going to be using this when my beard gets longer. It's getting there. I'm enjoying it. Boom. Beard balm. I don't know if you guys can see that. Very cool. It's kind of like pomade for your beard to keep it in place. This is actually a retinol. This is actually a retinol lotion moisturizer, and retinol is different than Retin-A. Please do your research. I know a lot of you guys get confused about this, but retinol is actually an anti-wrinkling moisturizer. At least this one is. And that's what it's marketed for. So I actually got this for my wrinkles. I didn't get it for the whole absorption of minoxidil gain thing. I'm probably not even going to be using this anytime soon. I plan on using it for my wrinkles when I'm done with my minoxidil journey, but it happened to be on sale. It was a Black Friday, so I decided to opt to get it right now. I mean, worst case scenario, my mom uses it, she wants it anyway, so win-win situation for me. That is all for today's episode of IHazADream. I hope you guys like my content. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my content, then hit that subscribe button. I'll probably be here right here. And until then, I hope you guys have a great week. And stay tuned for the next episode. Rock out.